Hi, my name is Terry Vine, and I work for US Bank as a private banking relationship manager, and I am a trainer with Dale Carnegie and Associates. I would love to give you some advice that I have learned over the years in my career. And my biggest advice is three words: never stop learning. And your learning starts really the first time you decide, I want to go for a new job, or I want to make a change, or I have started a new position. And what I encourage you to do is just start with the very first day. Who is the company you work for? You can go out there and find all kinds of things about the company you work for or the company you want to work for. One of my favorites is LinkedIn. I like to find people who work for the company that I'd like to work for and understand what they do, what the different positions is, and what kinds of activities do they do in their job. You can also link to the LinkedIn site for the company itself. That will give you an awful lot of information. How many employees they have, what kind of business are they in, where do they rank in their industry. But knowing a lot about the company that either you work for today or the company you'd like to work for really is helpful. Of course, there is all the internet information, and we are really lucky to be living in a time where there's so much information available to us on our laptop any time of the day or night. So I like to use Google, and I will take a look at different company information, the company website, things like ladder.com, things like Yahoo Finance. Some of these websites will actually have comments from employees who work there currently or who have worked there that might give you an idea of the type of culture that the company is. Once you've understood a lot about the company you work for, really understand the industry that you're in, because the industry will also have a bearing on how that company, what its culture and policies might be. Who are its competitors, and how competitive are they against the competition? Are they the number one or the largest, or are they still kind of struggling to find their footing? Understanding the industry helps you to talk very intelligently about what is going on around you and what can affect the daily work that you have. That can be a real impressive statement sometimes with your peers and people higher up in the organization, when people are really knowledgeable about the industry that they're in and understand what affects it. That kind of gets us into also understanding where that industry is in the economy. You know, where is your company and your industry at in the economic cycle? Is it someone that's going to be growing here soon, or is it an industry that might be shrinking because the goods and services that it provides maybe aren't needed or are changing so rapidly that it could put either that company or that industry out of business? So understanding that broader level of your industry is really helpful in being able to speak intelligently, but also to help you make good decisions about your career. After you're sort of good at and understand your big picture that you're working in, I actually suggest that you start looking in now at your own skills and your own skill level. Where do you want to be today? What skills do you need to learn? And what would you like to learn for your next career move? If you're fortunate enough to work for a company that has internal training or a website or an e-learning type of capacity, that is great. Really take advantage of those opportunities. They tend to be free. You just log in, you can sign up sometimes for an hour class, and you may gain a new skill that helps you become better at your job currently or helps qualify you for the next job that you're interested in. So I can't tell you what a great resource it is if you're fortunate enough to have a company that really values learning and provides you with the resources and the tools to do that. But let's say it's a company or organization that doesn't have that. Maybe it's a small organization. YouTube is actually great for picking up new skills. I have looked at and gotten some training on how to do different things in Excel. So if I reach kind of a point where I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing, how do I get through this particular issue? I'll look it up on a YouTube video and I'll learn it while I'm watching that video and then try it and see if I can't master that new skill. YouTube has all kinds of training and classes on, it might be technical skills, it might be how to build relationships with customers, how to build relationships with coworkers. There's a lot of great training on communication skills, leadership skills. So if you don't have the availability of internal resources, go ahead and look outside. There's lots of things to learn there. So again, I would just tell you, my best advice is always be learning something new. Thank you.